Good evening. Western European time is 10:22. The Universal Media Net Web will commence evening broadcasting in just a few minutes. As part of the Universal Media Net Web's continuing expansion around the globe, we have set up a remote broadcast studio right here at LX Factory, courtesy of ZDB. We are welcoming Radio Oxygenio to the UMN broadcast family tonight, who have generously donated their airwaves to us for our all-English language programming for the foreseeable future. But for now, for the next 2 generous hours, plus a free intermission, we welcome you and every other soul to the premier Portugal broadcast of the Over the Edge radio program on It's All in Your Head FM. You are part of a UMN broadcast to be heard round the world as we bring a message of vital importance to the largest audience of potential radio listeners we have ever had. And our broadcast is in English, and we will endeavor to speak and perform very slowly. When we find the rest of the script. Now, when this show is over and you all go home, you'll have realized that radio was all there was to see here. So please take a moment to locate the complimentary blindfold, which was offered to you upon your entry to this show. The blindfold is presented in an effort to enhance your pure listening pleasure without the distracting visual clutter of hands moving confusingly around this barely recognizable equipment. And yes, you will have spent 10 euros to sit in total darkness. Please keep food, rucksacks, purses, watches, jewelry, mobile phones, laptop computers, and other valuables firmly attached to a pocket chain or tightly clutched whilst blindfolded, because no one doubts that there are thieves in this building, and anything lost or stolen due to your own blindness may not be returned to you. When the on-air light goes on, please hold your applause and pretend you aren't here. And no pictures, please. This is radio. Special designer broadcast to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is deprogramming from the Universal Media Net Web.
For many people, particularly in this country, thinking about religion is kind of counterintuitive. It's almost something you're not supposed to do.
What was your first idea of God, Henry?
Let us have faith.
Because there is no God.
What was your first idea of God, Marcia?
Let us have faith.
Because there is no God.
Well, what is your idea of God, Billy?
Let us have faith.
Because there is no God.
What was your first idea of God?
I couldn't exactly say.
Let us have faith.
Because there is no God.
Good hello and welcome to It's All in Your Head FM. And whether you're listening by accident or by design, stay tuned right here for the truth about truth. I'm Dr. Oslo Norway, CEO and President of One World Advertising. Here tonight with Negativland to bring you It's All in Your Head FM, a specialty skeptical broadcast format from UMN. Now, as President and CEO of One World Advertising, it's always been my job to tap into the human psyche and identify its unconscious desires. Our recent report on religious preferences around the world speaks for itself. Since that report first blasted through the psychic landscape of America, the It's All in Your Head movement has, and quite understandably in my opinion, spread like an avian flu virus, even taking hold in parts of the globe as far-flung as, if you'll excuse the expression, Turkey. And that's just the tip of the beak. What am I talking about? To put it simply, it's all in your head, and the headites who believe it endeavor to counterthink the supernatural monotheism of the world's religions in all their fundamental forms, and broadcast that counterthinking into today's heads, wherever they may be.
Yes, there has never been a more important time than right now for a radio network like this. Overwhelming worldwide demand to investigate the mysterious stranglehold of monotheism has led us to bring It's All in Your Head FM to Portugal for the first time. And it's just in time because technology marches on, and the last great wave of independently helpless radio is about to wave goodbye. That's right, you heard me correctly, radio waves. Goodbye. But before they go, there's just enough time to send up one last shout outing for the old guy that they tell us made radio possible in the first place. Who is it? The good Lord God Almighty. Tonight, Negativland has joined together in pseudo-musical fellowship to spend the time we have left reminding the world that when it comes to God, just like radio, humans invented it. And it's all in your head. You're listening to It's All in Your Head FM, monotheism but in stereo.
In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God.
And if we take the symbols and don't acknowledge that they're symbols,
If we try to make them facts, you mean?
And how about you, Trudy? What is your idea of God? Well, what is your idea of God, Billy?
and if we take the symbols and don't acknowledge that they're symbols,
If we try to make them facts, you mean?
Who told you about God, Henry?
in the matters of religion and belief and meaning, the deepest things that come from the deepest part of our beings, we reach to symbol, we reach to poetry, we reach to art to try to begin to articulate what those things are. And I think that we have to acknowledge that we're in this realm when we begin to talk about those. And if we take the symbols and don't acknowledge that they're symbols, then we get into this trouble.
If we try to make them facts, you mean?
Were you ever puzzled about God?
Yeah, that 90 to 95% of Americans who believe in God, you can break that down. Not everybody believes in the Judeo-Christian God. There's actually a sizable minority who believe in sort of a higher spirit of some generic kind, not necessarily a personal being. Stephen Hawking says we'll know the mind of God. He doesn't mean the Judeo-Christian personal God who we can pray to. He means the cosmos as a whole. And to me, what really turned me around when I was a born-again Christian, that really challenged me, was the idea